This is the NBN Television Network. CBYC, Channel 4, Calgary.
Hello and welcome to the Orthicon Report. Now, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you're probably wondering what this is. Basically, I have established this program as a method of delivering news or information about the channel. I don't want to, because of time limitations, I'm just going to have to do this live to tape because we have something happening tonight on NBN Television, for those of you who subscribe. So I'm just going to go through some bullet points I have on my dirty old producer's clipboard. So I've explained what the Orthicon Report is. You may see these from time to time. It's just easier and cleaner than putting them at the leader of a video to try and explain something. I'd like to start off by saying that when I started this channel, what was it, 3-4 years ago, I had never expected the response that I was getting from, well, that I have gotten, frankly. I was restoring these kinescopes back to their live appearance for my own purposes, and I figured if I put them out there, somebody else might want to see them too. I had no intention of having the views or subscriptions that I've seen, so obviously there's some interest in these programs. So thank you. Those of you who subscribe. You might want to note now, if you're not familiar with YouTube, if you hit subscribe and you want to be alerted of every video that comes on NBN Television, you'll have to hit the little bell next to the subscribe. It's just a little YouTube peculiarity. Next item on my bullet point is about the NBN television channel itself. For a while I was cranking out videos, but there was a little stagnation for a while for reasons I'll get into. And then recently I've kind of started putting videos out again as often as I can. One of the hindrances is that we didn't have the computer power to do it. We now have a grid computer, basically like a mainframe, that can do the motion restoration processing on the kinescopes that we get in. It used to take, with our previous computer power, about a week for an hour of footage. We can do that in a matter of about an afternoon now with this new computer system. It still has some components that we're waiting for and other things, but largely it's serving its purpose now, and we'll get some other parts for it later. There have been comments on I've noticed on the video content, there's a lot of Studio One content. I wanted to get that out and explain why. A lot of this is finding good source materials and good video copies off of, well-done DVD sets and other things that where the transfer from film to video has been done correctly. And it just so happens that the current content that I have right now that's really actually very good is people who've been taking care of Studio One. They've transferred them properly and it's easy to get that content. So I'm going to continue working on Studio One. I know people wanted some variety and other types of, like the old variety shows. I do have intention of doing that. And I am looking right now currently for content that's of good quality enough to be restored. But stay tuned. If anyone has any content leads on good quality old kinescopes that have been transferred to DVD properly, let me know on the channel. Orthicon Report would probably be the best in the comments. And finally, I just wanted to address any timing delays. I'll try to get out videos regularly, restorations regularly. But I started out as a commercial pilot, which gave me absolutely no time to do any of these. I took a break from that. If anyone's been following the industry, you'll know why. I worked for 2 years in radio station doing a live radio drama, first live radio drama out of Calgary, Alberta in 80 years. More on that. That's available on YouTube and podcast as well. And then I'm currently at a major market TV and radio station in the news. So that's takes a large bulk of my time. And so if there are any delays, it's because we're coming up on an election locally and federally here in Canada. To the radio drama, it was called Dark Side Drive. Dark Side, one word, Drive, one word. It was, if you want to know what it was a sort of, just think Twilight Zone, but a little more freaky. You can, I'll put a link into the description below for the YouTube channel, as well as the website for Dark Side Drive. Season 2 was all live. Season 1 was live to tape. We broadcast out of a local station here and wanted it to sound as pre-produced as possible. We were nominated for an award both of those years. And if you're curious of a starting point, there's an episode that we were nominated for in the second season called Blind Taste Test. You can even watch that in virtual reality 360 here on YouTube, or you can just listen to the podcast. It's on iTunes, pretty much anywhere you can get podcasts. So fun series to do. Hopefully we can do a season 3, but not in the cards yet. Also, I was thinking on this channel that we might end up doing some original programming, if time permits. For example, vintage electronics restoration, like this television. Take a junk radio or junk hi-fi and fix it up and make it work again. Maybe make it better. So that if there's any interest in that, other type of original content that looks vintage like this, but is something different other than restorations, let me know. That's why I made the channel like a television network, because it allows for lots of different types of programming, and we're not stuck into one thing. Finally, is the reason that I'm doing this live to tape with no edits, is tonight, February 25th, 2019. I'm releasing another restoration. This is, of course, Studio One. It's called Studio One, The Defender. It's a 2-part series, so we'll have part 1 this week, part 2 next week. And it was really funny when I was looking through the information on IMDb, when I was populating all of the data on the program, and I found it was originally aired February 25th, 1957, and as it turns out, that was also a Monday. So Monday night tonight at 10 p.m., YouTube willing, it's uploading right now. The Defender Part 1 should drop, and you should have it at 10 p.m. tonight. It's scheduled, and as I said, it's uploading, so we'll just see if YouTube processes in time. It's going to be another few hours, as I can see it. So hopefully we'll have that then. You'll notice some changes to the videos. This is another thing I wanted to address. We're no longer doing 60p video, so when you see that little preface in the beginning that says you're supposed to click 60p, if it's not there, that's okay. I finally found a technology that interlaces the video back again like it's a regular video signal rather than having to use the 60p. So now all you have to do is just click on the video and you have the same motion restored content as before without ever having to change it to 60p. It's just because I finally found an interlacing technology that I'm satisfied with that doesn't diminish the motion restoration. Finally, actually, one more thing to that. I'm also not putting the comparison between old and new, because most of these kinescopes you can find on YouTube and they're just uploaded as is. So you can do the comparison yourself if you want. I just figured I want as unadulterated as possible the shows. I will be keeping the title card of the show just before, but that's it. Finally, I just hey, if you have any questions, comments, anything, put them below, and we can talk about, you have any requests? What do you want to see? I know I've addressed the variety aspect of things, but maybe you want to see something different, or you have a suggestion, or maybe you have access or know where I can get high quality kinescope material. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible, so stay tuned tonight. Studio One: The Defender should be up around the 10 o'clock hour, and it was a pretty good restoration. The video quality, the film was had some grain issues. It was dirty. The sound was not very good. I think it was partially due to the miking on the original production because of the room they were in, and it was a real tough restore for the audio, but I did the best I could. And for the film, once it cleaned up, it actually didn't look too bad when the motion restoration was applied. So looking forward to that. And until next time, signing off. Tune in tonight.